Hey guys, so I've been on this book for what seems like an hour and a half. Of course, I did this probably 8 weeks ago, but I'm gonna try and, well, we're gonna go through this last section here as one video. So I might go just a little bit quicker, but that's also just cheap talk. Because if we see a yard or log and stuff that I like, we have to stop everything and admire it. Like that truck with a preload trailer. I can't quite make the name out on. A small load on it. And that's the big, oh, a log loader. Didn't usually see that Terex, the monster one with the log grapple on it. Ever. That's good brand construction. They built part of the Coquihalla. Had a way different logo by that time. GCB, probably 805 or 6. Metalwork equipment. Big old, what looks like a big Washington yarder in the background. $1977. It's kindergarten. I probably could have run equipment, but they wouldn't let me on it back then. I had a lot of sandbox hours by then. I had all the original Tonka wheel loaders, the metal ones. And back when you can have metal toys, or it was just expected your son was going to ride it down the hill or down the road or split his face or lip or forehead open on it. That's how it was. Before the toys all became safe and politically correct and all Playmobil, fishy ducky looking stuffed animal like, all rounded. Took all the risk off all the corners of them, made them aerodynamic. And what's weird is today's equipment almost now I digress, today's equipment almost is looking that way, and I swear that whatever toys you grow up with, you sort of look at that as normal, what equipment should look like. And it seems equipment is modeled after the 1980s and 90s rounded Playmobil type weird looking designs that those kids grew up with. Ours were all utilitarian, dangerous. Those twin engines. Like an airplane. Airplane technology for dragging dirt. Except with the scraper, it isn't so if one runs. So if one goes, you can still land or make it to the dump site. They need that much. That logo is Vulcan Machinery. It's Alberta. I don't know who the heck would ever, we've seen them on the JCBs and these things, who would really ever get out there in the middle of the day and say, get someone to help them with the sledgehammer, and if we could just go up 6 inches or ahead a foot, like that's what the tracks are for. So that I question. I wasn't a sewer water mainline guy, so I don't know, but I'm only a C student. That's only because we had arts and crafts, and in high school had metalwork and shop class, so barring that, it might have been worse. I don't claim to know why. But... okay, which one? Oh, I did that one. I did that one. That's a weird name. Must have been native band owned or something. Chinchega. The triple nickel. All the 350s and 450s all had their reverser, the HLR in the middle and the gear selector on the side. And they had a clutch. These have the, or these had foot steer, which is a little different because back in the day you're used to using your foots for stomping on the brakes like on a bigger cat to stop. So, and they are for stopping on those too. It stops one track to create a turn. First time you hit them, especially the power steering ones with the assist, the first time I remember hitting one of those was, I did a quick steer. But I guess for dragline guys and guys that ran log and stuff with air controls and yarders and foot pedals, it probably felt pretty normal. So, oh, I'm gonna mess up this order. These were all put in a specific order for a specific look for this collection, not by me. I'll go through the history of these logging auctions and that. I mean, there was good times, bad times, the 60s, the 80s, the 50s. I've read all the history books, but see, there was never a time when an auction company wasn't leaving. Logging company wasn't leaving or getting auctioned off. But there may have been 20 that got in and one wasn't quite well organized. That's a neat color. Sort of that larkspur blue of the 57 Chevy, or that bathtub green kind of color. Pastel. Well, you can work in the field, you can bulldoze with it, you can go on the snow or take the family to town. That's an end-all, be-all, do-all rig. Somebody on their private ranch, their whole logging company, their barns in the background. That's a neat picture. And the last one, and I'm through this book, 1973. Log and deal there, putting the other winch. I'm not sure if they used the hydraulic and used them together, like clotheslined them like a yard or mainline haulback, or if it was just for height or lift. More detailed setup of that. Two of them. My guess is it would be to do a little yarding downhill. You could hook the two together through a block at the end. Didn't have to have the poor chokerman drag the 1 inch or 7/8 or 3/4 inch main line down the hill 200 feet. All right, we made it through that book, so hopefully everybody enjoyed that. I don't know if you learned something, but you saw something. So. And some of us, the quote is true, right? He sees more than he understands, but I'm hoping not to be that person. Okay, bye.